Let's see how long this works for. What's up, guys? It's Bam Bam, no limitation rideshare. Hopefully I got it this time. I'm stealing Wi-Fi right now. Dude, I didn't realize that, like, you need so much freaking power for a freaking live stream. I didn't realize it took that much power, but you really do. You need a good a stream. So... But I think with like 12 tries, I've scared everyone away. It's not the end of the world. There might be one person that wants to pick my brain. But I think I actually got it this time. I think I actually got it. Now it's funny. Now it's working. I finally got it. I finally got a good system. And everyone's busy or asleep. It is late. I know, like in Florida, it's late. What would it be, like 10:30 over there? Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and show that one more time. Come on, baby. Nope, scared everyone away. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep this, but I got it. That's the good news. Damn, I actually got it to work. And I scared everyone away. Well, if I actually do publish this one, at least I know for future reference what I have to do. Oh, we got somebody in the room. I think I got it, guys. I didn't realize that streaming took so much freaking power. But yeah, I think I got it this time. I'm actually getting good connectivity. So I went by Voodoo Barbecue, and they actually had a really strong Wi-Fi connection. So I haven't had any problems with this. I got it, baby. I know. Sweet. I'm pretty excited because I was like, man, I really wanted to do the 300 sub live stream, and then over the last week, like, I've gone up. Like, when I look at my analytics, I've gone up 115 subscribers in the last 28 days. I was like, okay, well, I guess it's time to, like, get to know you guys a little bit. Yo, what's up, Cher? What's happening, y'all? Yeah, look at my subscriber change. Let me turn my brightness down. When I look at my analytics, it says 116 people. This is in the last 28 days. So I definitely overshot my goal. Now I'm at 340. So yeah, that's pretty dope. Pretty dope, guys. I hit 2K again, third time. So I'm going to take today off. I'm really just kind of taking it easy today, you know? I just been kind of like... I did get the journey. I did get it all fixed up. Oil change, tire pressure, etc. I think... Thank you. I know. Good job. Doing something right. Yeah, no, definitely. So I think the journey's going back tomorrow. I got the Corolla and the Journey. It doesn't make sense to pay for the rental if I'm paying all the expenses on the Corolla anyway. Was it? Yeah. I couldn't imagine anything too drastic going on today. Look, slow days happen in this industry. It's just like any industry, you know, but Gordon, if you don't get out, you know this, if you don't get out and try, you're not going to make anything, you know, and that's like, I can't express that enough, like doing a gig like this. It's like people get discouraged so fast. And I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Yeah, there's so many things that you can do to like really maximize your earnings. Like sometimes when it's real slow, I'll pay attention to like the Uber and Lyft driver app. Yo, your personal driver in the house. Nice, dude. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I overshot it, dude. I said once I hit 300, I was going to do a live stream, get to know you guys. And then like all last week, I put in 70 hours and I got like 116 in the last 28 days. So I definitely kept you guys waiting for this one. Oh, but like Gordon, as I was saying, sometimes when it's that slow, you got to pay attention to like your Uber and Lyft, like the rider app. It tells you where all the cars are. And sometimes you get like 10 cars. You can see right on the app, there's 10 cars on one block, you know, and it's like, that's not a good area. Because if there's one person calling for a ride, you know, you're not going to, I mean, there's no telling which car is going to get that ride. So a lot of times that's another method, especially when it was quiet last night. The place where I parked up, there were no other cars there. I looked at the Uber and Lyft driver apps. There were no other cars there. And that was by a 24-hour bar. That was over on Magazine, over by, there's Le Bon Ton, there's Buddha Bellies, there's Miss May's right there. You know, sometimes, see, in my mind, I'm always thinking about where the next place to be is. Where am I close to? Where do people congregate? And then what times of the day I'm thinking about, you know, over by Magazine Napoleon. That's a good little spot, you know. A lot of people forget about that, especially like late nights, because, I mean, Miss May's and Le Bon Ton. Le Bon Ton, ever since Mardi Gras last year, is now a 24-hour bar. And now it's known to the locals, especially that live in that area, within walking distance or, you know, God forbid, short drive. You know, people drink and drive out here. See it all the time. But I'm always thinking about, like, what's the next move? Where's the, you know, the next hot spot? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be positioned, you know? Like, even when I get a ride out to Metairie, you know, Vets, there's plenty of bars and restaurants down Vets, you know? If I get close enough to the airport, I'm thinking about, you know, first of all, look at the airport. Before 8 o'clock, it's really not worth it because Rematch is taking all of the trips. So don't wait at the airport before 8 o'clock. Absolutely not. Then after, I would say even like maybe the hour of 8 o'clock too. You know, I wouldn't wait before 9. And then after 9, like if I get a ride out to Kenner, I most likely will look at flymsy.com and see how many flights are actually coming in ratio to how many cars are at the airport, you know. And I did that once last week and it worked. I got out of there. I was really hoping for an XL, but you know, an X came through. I was like, okay, I'll take it. Get me out of there, because I don't know, just at night I have more luck doing laps around the city than sitting in that lot. Plus I get bored. I do. Like, how people sit in that lot all day is beyond me. Because one time I got a ride, an odd ride or something, like very, very early morning. And like I was in the queue. I was 1 to 10 in the queue for like 4 hours. So like I didn't get a ride till like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was 1 to 10 from like 4 till 8 in the morning. I was like, why did I do this? And there were, by this time, by 8 o'clock in the morning, there was like 100 cars there. I'm like, do all these cars realize that like it just took me 4 hours to get a ride out of the airport? You know, it's just, that's, if I get a $20 ride, that's $5 an hour. That's not maximizing your earnings, you know. It's just, but you live and you learn. You do. You live and you learn, and you get better in a gig like this, you know. It's been a lot of trial and error, but as you're driving, always be thinking. You have to be thinking, you know, and I think that's where some drivers, they get in the car and they drive aimlessly, and it's not their fault. There's no guide for us. There's absolutely no guide to like actually help us out and tell us how to do it. So like Joe, Dark Road Run, always says, he says, you know, the YouTube community is your real Uber support, because we're the ones that look out for each other. And then there's too many, especially with the, yeah, congratulations, dude. Congratulations on Diamond. You make extra money doing it that way too. You might as well, you know, you might as well try it. My boy Danny just made platinum. And he's like, yeah, you know, I want to get to Diamond. I'm like, you'll get there. Keep driving, keep doing well, keep doing what you're doing, you know, because what did I make last week in Diamond Rewards? I don't even think I went over. No, I didn't even go over that on the when I was talking about my earnings, because I definitely see it there. Yeah, and the rematch is that's a big help, because before I'd have to stall. Diamond Rewards 56.54. Is that right there? 56.54, right there. So that's an extra $56. If I didn't have that Diamond Reward, I would have had to drive maybe another few hours and make, you know, an extra $57. Maybe not, because I hit 2030. I don't include the cleaning fee, which I'm sure Minnesota doesn't. Really? Minnesota does not have any kind of Diamond Pro reward system? I guess that kind of makes sense, because they said it was only coming to like Chicago, New Orleans, San Francisco. So maybe every market doesn't have it yet. But if it's something that they offer, I would jump on trying to get to platinum diamond status. Not diamond status yet. Keep trying. Keep doing rides. You'll get there. You'll get there, you know. All right. Yeah, it's just in a few markets. No diamond yet. I mean, you'll get there. You'll get there. There's too many naysayers out there not looking out for us that, you know, oh, you know, it's a horrible system. Uber's shitting on us all. But like the people that actually do it, that's not what we want to hear all the time. We don't want to hear that all the time. I snapped. I was like, get out of my head with all this negativity. Like, I do this full time, and I'm roughly a little below $19,000 in debt. By the end of 2020, January 1st, I'm sorry, by the end of 2019, January 1st, 2020, mark my words, I will be out of debt. And it's going to take a lot of driving. It's going to take a lot of commitment. And right now, I can do it. It's just driving. I've been working in bars and restaurants since I was 14. You know, if someone tells you this is a difficult gig, you have to measure the level of difficulty, you know, involved in the job. You know, would you rather be waiting tables for 70 hours a week? I mean, I'm not saying you have to work what I work or drive what I drive, but would you rather be waiting tables? You know, it's just, I'd rather be driving, you know. Whenever my back gets stiff, I could stop, go offline whenever I want, you know, stretch, get the blood circulating. I think so too, Cher. I do. For me, it works. Like, I didn't shave today. Yo, UDM in the house. Hey, welcome, dude. Yeah, like, I mean, if you want to stop and go offline, you can. Like, how many jobs out there really allow you to, like, I went offline the other day because I got a phone call. How how many jobs out there allow you to go offline because you wanted to take a phone call? Like, there's so much freedom in it. Let's see. All you got to do is put in the time, make that money. It is the demand is here. People need rides. They will call for rides. Oh, and I was touching on something earlier. So you said it was slow out this morning. In the mornings, I'm definitely looking for different rides, you know, depending on what time of the day. At night, yeah, bars, the quarter, downtown, especially around, you know, dinner time, going to and from hotels to restaurants. But during the day, I wouldn't spend much time downtown. I wouldn't. I feel like the residential early morning is better. The hotels just get a little oversaturated. If you can get out 3-4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, you'll get lucky with some of those hotels. But then by 4:35, there's hundreds of cars. It's amazing how fast people get on the road that early in the morning. You know, I have luck around 3 o'clock in the morning with my 2 destination filters. But I feel like if I set my destination filters during the day, I almost lose them. You know, say I set them around noon because I want the rematch. Well, I almost lose them because I'm getting somebody that's going maybe to Metairie CBD, and then I'm trying to get back to New Orleans, and then you only get, what, 45 minutes with Uber, 30 with Lyft? Well, then I just wasted a destination filter. So I like getting them like 3 o'clock in the morning towards the end of my shift, towards the end of the night. I'm in New Orleans currently. I also drive in Chicago. I'm in the process of moving back up there. I'm literally just here for them. This is my home market. I drove here for about a year and 8 months, and then in July I went up to Chicago for my last living grandparent's 92 now, so she's expressing how things are getting more difficult, and we had a scare, so she's not going tomorrow. She's not. She's her mind is fine, but it's her body that's going. So New Orleans will always be here. I'm literally just here for the money, and then after Mardi Gras, I got to make the final move back. Yes, I do Lyft as well. I'm returning. This journey is a rental. I can't do Lyft in it, but I do have a Corolla also, and the Corolla is ready, so the journey is probably going back tomorrow. Say goodbye to XL, going back to just your basic platforms. Yeah, it's gonna be wild, dude. The numbers I'm gonna be posting the month of February are gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, I'll get you some. Email me your address, dude. I'll send you some. But you gotta flash me. You know what that means, right? It's so funny how, like, tourists get so caught up in the flashing for beats. Something that costs 10 cents and I can see your boobs? What? All right, be appropriate, Bam. All right, bring it back to... something that costs 10 cents, you know? It's just, it's funny to me, you know? All right, we'll bring it back to we'll bring it back to PG-13 at least, okay? Yeah, I know. Time out. But no, Mardi Gras is gonna be wild. I've never actually driven on Mardi Gras Day, and I'm so torn between doing it because I know the money is astronomical. Like, we still have the multiplier out here. I thought that was done. When I was driving in Chicago, they went to the flat surge, and I thought it was done everywhere. I thought it was always flat surge everywhere, but down here they still have the multiplier. So, but yeah, I'm really surprised that this market's still very pure. Knocked out in the back seat. Did you see? Oh, is that Dustin did one on that, right? Is that the one you're talking about? Where the guy just looked like he was kind of wearing a garbage bag and he was like, bleh. Yeah, dude. like projectile. That one was hard to watch. That one was really hard to watch because it's almost like you feel bad for the guy. You don't want him to like be choking or anything, and you got the guy in the front seat that's not making it any better. You know, he's not making it any better. He's just laughing, dude. Yeah, UDM gave a shout out to all you drivers. Oh yeah, I know, dude. That was nasty. But like the rides that I have that are recorded, those are all my own rides. I don't necessarily I don't reuse content. Dustin gives good lessons with the content that he uses. You know, he definitely has good. He's definitely like a teacher. You know, in the rideshare community, he's definitely there to help out. But like all the recorded rides I have are all in a playlist. You guys want to see the chaos? Shit, it's all over this city. I've caught 2 of the. Have I been through something? No, I've got, dude. It's no joke how many freaking like barf bags I have in here. Like I go through a puke situation in this city once, twice a month, you know, and what I do, okay, so as soon as I recognize that it's a potential puke situation, I will take a bag, I will fan it out, and I will put it in their hands, okay? So, and I will express to them that this is a money maker, and just not in the car. I'll pull over, roll down the window. There's a bag. Please, just not in the car. I make sure that I say that if I think it's a potential puke situation. You know, I don't even want to. I don't want to know the contents of your stomach. Like I just don't. You know, it's But yes, I have plenty of barf bags. I got them on deck. Oh, there's more. We'll put those back. That's the lesson for you guys about the barf bags. If you think it's gonna happen, fan out a bag and put it in their hands, please. That has saved me so many times. And just express them. Please, just not in the car. Please, please. Usually, for the most part, they'll have a friend with them that'll like kind of be there to maybe kind of, you know, mediate if it's gonna happen. They'll like, cool, man, definitely. Thanks for stopping by. Usually they'll have a friend with them if like they wanna, if they're going to do it. So that always helps too, that you have help, because then someone else can maybe hold the bag, or you know, you can bring it in their awareness too. That always helps. You know, driving the drunk shift it's you know, in this city I like nights. I like evenings to nights. I make more money evenings to nights. In Chicago, Mondays 4 a.m. I'm on the road, ready to go. Coffee, water, snacks. I mean, I don't want to stop. Gassed up. I got everything I freaking need, because I don't want to stop, you know. But Chicago is more of a business-minded city with a small party aspect. This one it's a big party city with a small business aspect. So I like the day shifts, and then I'll kind of shift my schedule right around Thursday and start getting the night crowd. Yeah. But I can't run the markets the same way. That's why it's important. You got to know your market, where you're at. You got to know what's going on around you. What's up? And by the way, UDM. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, for sure, dude. Do you have Google Hangouts? If you have Google Hangouts, I have Google Hangouts. My email is, well, it's currently not in the description, but it's in the description of all my videos. But yeah, let's get together on that. And I also wanted to say, Prayers to the fam, definitely. We got to look out for each other out here and whatever support we need. So definitely. But yeah, I have Google Hangouts. I'm not as advanced as like Joe Dark Road Run, who can do Google Hangouts on like 6 different things with like stripper poles and dancers. I don't know how he does that stuff. But I do have Google Hangouts. I'm not really sure how to do it. Not really sure, but definitely. Let's get together on that. The email is, it's just simply, it's nolimitationrideshare@gmail. nolimitationrideshare@gmail.com. So, yeah, I worked so hard to get this one up because I had attempted it. How many times did I attempt this? I attempted it like freaking 4 times, and then I didn't realize that. Nice. I didn't realize that live streams took so much power. They take so much power. So I finally found some place. I'm outside Voodoo Barbecue. My boy works over here. He gave me the password, so I'm pretty much stealing their Wi-Fi, and then I minimized my data usage so it doesn't switch back and forth. And it seems to be working now. Right on. Okay. I got 5 people in the room. Wow, okay. All right, we got a live stream going. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it happen. I guess I did. So yeah, any other questions you guys want to pick my brain, either mark it. It's easier to answer what times that's one of the most common questions I get is what times do I drive? It's easier to answer what times I don't like to drive, and that's like Mondays overnight, really. I mean, Monday early mornings are good, but later at night I don't really care. Tuesdays are terrible. Sundays actually have more merit than Tuesdays, at least in this city. Tuesdays are okay in Chicago. But if there's any day I should probably be taking off in this city, it's probably Tuesdays. But according to Gordon, I didn't miss much today. I woke up at 2:00 p.m. and I still just wanted to go back to sleep. But I had responsibilities I had to take care of, so it's being an adult, growing up, gotta make things happen. So, do you guys have any questions? I don't know, about my life, about the gig. Yeah, I mean, I've got experience with Lyft line, Uber Eats, Pool, Express Pool, XXL. Dude, that ride was a beast. I would have taken that. Dude, I so would have taken that. That was on Christmas, right? Yeah, that was... I'm pretty sure. Because Monday... Wait. Wasn't that on Christmas? Okay, so one of the questions I got, somebody asked me because I showed them, did you drive... Did you nap in the car, or did you... Okay, so Gordon, for those of you that don't know, I posted it on Instagram. Gordon had a ride that took him from New Orleans to Colorado. It was 3 people trying to get back to Colorado. So my question for you, Gordon, you drove the 18 hours there. Did you sleep before you came back? I don't know why I got the impression that you did this monster of a drive straight. But you had to have slept, right? Dude, that was a beast. I wonder if I have that. I can maybe show you guys. Show it here. That was a beast. It was like a $1,200 trip. Got that ride to Colorado. Okay, hold on. Like 3 or 4 hours? Okay, I was going to say, dude, that was a monster of a drive. God, let me see if I might be on this phone. I might have to download, see, for certain apps and social media, it's in networking is on one phone, and then the other phone is more for like business management and things like that. So, and then, but most of my social media is on this line. I don't know if I can find it. He had like a freaking 1,285 miles, and took like 18 hours, and it paid you, was it 1,500? No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe. Damn, I wish I could see. It's on this phone. I don't have it on my regular phone, or on my second phone, my backup line. Okay, it paid $11.27. Cher says, what's my longest ride? My longest, okay, probably Baton Rouge. It was probably to Baton Rouge. It was like an $80 trip or something. I pulled up to the train station. And it said 45 plus, which isn't very common to see in New Orleans because it's a tiny city. And it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, I wonder where this guy's going. Well, he called me and he was like, hey, I just want to make sure you're okay with this. I've had a few other drivers, cancel on me. He's like, I'm trying to get to Baton Rouge. I didn't see any problem with that. I was like, okay, well, okay. But I think that was probably one of my longest. I just recently had 50-mile one to Slidell. No, not Slidell. It was Mandeville. That one paid about $44. And then the guy gave me a $40 tip for the drive back. I'm getting good at not listening to when people tell me, oh yeah, there's Uber out here. Because yeah, there might be Uber out there, but you have to go so long to pick people up. It's so much time in between rides. The most expensive ride I've ever had was over 100. I remember that. I'd have to go way back in my history to like maybe my first Mardi Gras, and I had over $100 ride. That was so long ago. I'd have to like really go back into the app and find it. And then there was a sneak peek of in the video I posted today, the the contest winner video. There was a slight glimpse of an $88 trip when I was showing about when I was at 1,000 with promos in the first 2 days. There was a slight glimpse of an $88 trip. That one was a Surge airport run. That was dope. If you can get a Surge airport run, I mean that's a 3 times. Yeah, that's a 3 times airport run, is what that is. So I'm looking to see a few of those this Mardi Gras, this Carnival. There will be a couple, but yeah. What's your biggest ride? That had to have been Gordon's biggest ride. Gordon, I can't imagine. That's a needle in a haystack you got, man. So did you continue to drive for the rest of the week after that one? I kind of want to know. If I got that ride and it took me 2 days to get back, I would definitely hit 2K. Yes, Michelle, what's up? We still gotta go get we still gotta get the steaks, Yo, yes, this is live on YouTube. What's happening, girly? How's Sean? We're talking rideshare, but we gotta go get what day of the week is it? It's Tuesdays, right? That they got the steak special. New Year's Eve, 135 with surge, 4.2 for 30 miles. That's dope. I would so take that. Yeah, Gordon, I mean, you're pretty much running off borrowed energy. I can't imagine how much coffee you drank. By Sunday, I kind of felt like I was on borrowed energy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That is a nice ride. $135 with surge. Shit. Well, the thing is like, I'm very, very selective with my rides on busy days. You know, for example, I'll see if I can show you guys what I was doing on New Year's. I did not accept any rides that were on the other side of Bourbon. I just didn't. Because it was blocked off. If it's on the other side of a parade route or a blockade, decline it. Your acceptance rate does not matter. Except when you're platinum diamond level status, okay, you can see like trip duration, but that makes no difference to me. I saw 4.9 recently on New Year's. I saw it got up to 4.9. Did not hit 5 though. It was such a tease. I'm like, come on, keep surging. How did you do with the parade area last night? You know what? It was really kind of a dud. So the first ride, I took him to the first one. I was like, okay, here it goes. It's starting, you know, because the first one's on the inside. It's not a problem to get him out of there. The parades were very short though. They were very short. Like, it was such a tease they were so short. Because when you looked on the website, when I talked about the different ways to get around parade routes and stuff, the ways that I use, when you looked at the parade routes, they looked long, but there was like, it was such a tease. The biggest talk of that night was Joan of Arc, the first one that was in the quarter, the small one. You know what? I jumped the gun by maybe saying there was going to be some surge, but at least I prepared people for what's to come with that. You know, when you're in those situations, like at least I kind of prepared people for how to deal with Mardi Gras, but it was a real big tease, a really, really, really big tease. 300% with Lyft. Do you know how much of the market Lyft has? The ratio Uber versus Lyft share. And then do much with the parade. He worked the quarter. What is the difference with surge and boost? Okay, good question. So boost is the little blue zone that Uber puts on the map as if it's like it's incentive to go to that area. So they'll do, what did they do? Did they do them last night? Well, for example, they'll say like it's in blue, and they'll frame over the quarter, maybe downtown, they'll say 2.0. Well, that's boost. That's incentive to bring people to a certain area. On slow days, it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Go uptown. And then surge is, okay, so this is what surge comes from. Surge is the ratio of rider apps open versus driver apps open. So say an event lets out and there's 100 people, but there's only 50 cars. That's a 2-time surge. If there's 150 people and there's only 50 cars, that's a 3-time surge. Something along those lines. It's the ratio of rider apps versus driver apps. Tend to be more busy early in the mornings, but Uber tend to be busy at night. Uber tends to have better surge than Lyft. Yeah, some markets are different. So, for example, San Francisco and maybe I hear Atlanta. Lyft is bigger in those markets, but the majority of markets, Uber beat Lyft to the punch and got in those cities first. So Uber will have more demand than Lyft. See here, it's probably, the ratio is probably, I would say 70% Uber, 30% Lyft. In Chicago, maybe something similar. I'd say Uber is definitely bigger, maybe 80-20. St. Tammany area, Lyft is better. St. Tammany area, Lyft is better. Lyft has a bigger range out here. Uber doesn't go as far as Lyft will. And I also think, because I had a friend that was on their way to Pensacola and didn't realize her Lyft app was on. She said she got a ping on the way in like the middle of nowhere. And she called them and she's like, hey, this was an accident. And they were like, oh my God, we like almost never have Lyfts out here. So, we were really excited we got a Lyft. I think that Lyft will ping outside of a zone. Uber, no, definitely not. Uber is just a more sophisticated system than Lyft. Lyft, it seems like they kind of put their system in place and they just kind of like let it roll. Like, just go ahead, okay, all right, let it run itself, let the business run itself. Uber's like definitely, and I think since Uber's had such a bad name, the city is a little more rough. And the name Uber to the city has a bad connotation. Yeah, and this is why it's good to be on both apps. You got to be, if you're on as many of these apps as possible, you're never without a source of income. Because sometimes people are only paying attention to Uber, and Uber is in a surge, whereas people might not be paying attention to Lyft, and Lyft may not be in a prime time. Vice versa, sometimes, Lyft may not have enough drivers that they're in a prime time, and Uber has enough drivers that they're not in any kind of surge. So it can go both ways. So it's just good to be on as many of these apps as possible. I'm also on Postmates. They don't have Via down here, but I'm also on Postmates, and on slow days, I'll probably run that in the background. The journey's probably going back tomorrow. I have my Corolla down here. Yes, the journey I'm renting. The Corolla I'm financing. That's mine. Well, it's mostly the bank's right now, but I'm working on that. Yeah, because your husband's got a journey also, right? Let's see, Gordon. I took a guy to Port Fourchon on Uber once and tried turning left on the way back, and it said no service in that area. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Lyft definitely, I don't have it on hand, but when you look at the maps, the operating maps that Lyft has in this city and Uber has in this city, Lyft's is bigger. Lyft's range is bigger. Uber, I think, is I just got a text from somebody. I'm actually very happy to see that text. Just curious, are you okay? Facebook, I'll get back to. You are too. Yes, you got the journey. Did he? Has he figured out the seat situation? Once you get it, once you figure it out, it's a lot easier. You don't have to get out of your seat every time, out of your driver's seat every time to kind of figure it out. But I know that it definitely took me a couple of days before I'm like, oh, it's that easy, But there's 3 freaking like levers on the thing. It's like, okay, well, which one's for which, And then once you figure it out, I guess it's not that bad. Do you think it will hurt you just using UberX? No, because I have Lyft and Postmates also. I'll run all. I'm not afraid to run all 3 if I need to. If you're on as many of these apps as possible, you're never without a source of income. This is the gig economy. There's all kinds of apps these days. Hey, Dave, figure it out. Okay, good. Minus snowy Minnesota. The surge goes crazy for both apps. Yes, because my Corolla does not do well in the snow. It does not. I will have to get more advanced tires later on down the road when I'm driving in Chicago. But, you know, I got the cheapest high performance ones possible right now. They're good for 50,000 miles. That is what I can do at the moment. But I plan on being in better financial standing along the way. Yeah, I'm basically working my ass off because I want to get out of debt. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired of being in debt all the time. It's like every time I turn around, there's a new expense, you know? The Corolla also needs, because I've been driving the Journey, I haven't done it, but the Corolla also needs the brake tag. So I'm pretty sure the Journey's going back tomorrow. You know, paying $11.70 a month for the Journey. Even though I get bigger rides, I cut out that $11.70 a month, and then, you know, I got the Corolla, which the expenses for now, I got them down to about a little less than 600 with the note and insurance, because I finally got that car insurance down. That was horrible, paying $512 a month. I put a big emphasis on trying to get my expenses down, guys. Put a huge emphasis on it. My goodness, my expenses were way too high, you know. Yeah, so Cher, going back to that, I digress in time, sorry. Yes, when it snows, when it rains, get in your car. That's people that normally walk or ride their bikes are more likely to call for a trip, especially in cold weather. And not a lot of cars do well in cold weather. So definitely when it rains or snows, get in your car. All right. I hate going into a place on Postmates and have to order the food, but I keep it active in my back pocket. Yeah, the thing with Postmates is when I look at the order and it says that I have to place the order, I call it in when before I'm even on my way, I call in the order. It takes about 2 minutes, but it could cut 10, 15 minutes that you're waiting for the food off the time. Postmates, it doesn't pay as well unless it's blitzing. And then you get tippers, of course. You know, but it's just like we said, I think we both said this, it's just good to have in your back pocket. It's just good to have in the background, you know, because if there's not enough demand, run them all. Run all the apps, you know. Let's see. Promotion 185. Promotion. Yeah, Michelle, your husband did good this week. I mean, over 1,500, almost 1,600. I mean, that's a good payout. Those are some good numbers he's putting up. Helps with the rental car, but I think you are doing the right thing, turning the car back in. Yeah, the XL helps. It definitely helps, but because sometimes you get these Surge XL rides. I mean, that's where I've made the majority of rides I have that are like, damn, you know, $40 rides. They're from the Surge XL rides. But as long as I have both Uber and Lyft, I can definitely hit 2K again. I'll do it. I'm going to try to do it at least 2 of the 4 months in February. If not, you know, because we have like a ton of parades, which I will go through more parade routes and stuff. I will go through more parade routes and stuff and how to get out of them, get through them, around them, get to people. He hasn't hit any surge. What about New Year's? You said he got out New Year's Eve but took New Year's Day off, right? I got 7 people watching. That's the biggest crowd I've had so far. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in the journey. We're We're going on an Uber trip or a Lyft trip. Hasn't any surge. You know, some of the places, so, you know, over by like Autobahn Zoo, that's one of the hardest places to access. But I seem to get more XL trips over there because of the students. The only problem with that is they get butthurt when I tell them that I can't take more than 6. I have 6 seatbelts. It's like hard to get to some of these kids sometimes. It's like, I care about your safety more than you do. You know, it's like, but I don't care if they think I'm an asshole. I'm not trying to break the law. I mean, I've had a couple, but nothing big. Yeah, one time I had an issue with my Corolla where six dudes tried to squeeze in my Corolla, and I couldn't see out of my side mirror, and I had no vision in my rear view mirror at all, and I said, I can't do this, guys. I have 4 seatbelts, you know, and 2 of them got out and slammed the fuck out of my door. I hate that shit. I should have ended that ride there. That was not in the journey. That was the Corolla, which makes me even more mad because I'm financing that. People disrespect that car. I'm way too overprotective of that car. Fucking love that Corolla. Yeah, people slam your doors and shit. Some people slam your doors and they don't even realize it. Like the ride's great, right? And then like you're like, oh, that was fantastic. Have a great night. And then they slam the shit out of you. I'm like, why? Why do you do that? You know? They do. I'm guilty of like not knowing my own strength. You know, I grew up in Chicago, so anytime I was raking something or shoveling snow, I can't tell you how many rakes, brooms, brushes, I can't tell you how many shovels I've broken because I just don't know my own strength. Maybe a couple. Okay, let's get caught up on these next couple of weeks. I had a lady trying to get in with a baby and no car seat. I want no part of that. I want no part of that. Please don't do it, Gordon. Please. Nobody, anybody. I'm not trying to call anyone out. Don't do that. And this is why. That baby, it's I had an issue with a pool rider in Chicago one time because I wouldn't take her and her baby. She's like, other drivers do it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I need a car seat. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I care about your baby more than you do. This sounds so bad. I sound like such an asshole thinking about that. But like, I care about your child more than you do. And then she says to me, well, we're just going down the street. And I was like, that's even worse. It's even worse. You want me to break the law for a minimum fare? And it was on a pool ride, you know? I hate how people abuse pool rides up there. Okay, so no car seat, no ride. Yeah, customers do have issues. Some drivers have issues too, as you could tell from my demeanor lately. I've been seeing more thumbs down since I did that video. I don't care. Paid to drive in the house. What's up, Pete? How you doing, man? And oh shit, what's happening, dude? Just shooting the shit right now. I said once I hit 300 subs, I was gonna do a live stream, and I've had 116 in the last 28 days. So I was a little late, but I was working. What did I clock? 67, 68 hours last week. I had the earnings contest. That's always the biggest motivation for me to really make you guys proud. And that started because you guys, every time I've had an earnings contest, there's only like one time that like, I think the very first one I did, people were guessing like 1,200, 1,300. But now you guys are like way up there, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 100, and then now you got a couple that are going over 2K. So it's like now I feel like the bar is raised like even higher. Um, plus, I still haven't heard back from Warren, but he won second place, and it's his choice. $25 plus all of my tips from this week will go to a charity of his choice. So, I got 9 people in the room. What's up, y'all? Hit that smash that thumbs up button. So let's see. Pay to drive. Got a lot of fans in the room, bro. Pay to drive, dude. Pete, I love the way you run your live streams, dude. It's so beyond interactive, dude. It's like every time I see that you're live, it's almost like you're missing out if you're not there, right? You're like, yeah, you got such a good energy. You're good at carrying a crowd, and it's like, hit 111 if, yes, hit 222 if no, that's actually really cool, the way it's creative. And that's what I love about YouTube, man. It's you, it's all you, you get to express yourself out here in kind of an artistic way. I want to say it. Hit that 111 if you hit the like, but I don't want to take your ideas, dude. Yeah, definitely, dude. No, I gotta keep it unique, I don't want to be doing the same thing that everybody else is doing on their channels. I don't want to be doing the same thing. I want to be doing something different, Oh, okay, all right. So there's no copyright to it, is what you're saying. It's not copyright. I can take it. All right, this one's for Pete. All right, this one's for Pete with Paid to Drive. 111, everyone, if you smash that like button. 222 if you have not. That one's for Pete. Oh man, I love it. I don't know. I want to be unique with my content. When I first started this channel, I was kind of doing it aimlessly. I didn't really have much of a purpose until I would say until about the springtime, when I was kind of getting fed up with listening to all this negativity, and I wanted to actually be a part of the solution in the rideshare community and not part of the problem, because this is not a bad gig. I do well doing it. There are good people out here that are actually trying. And for those people that, like me, they're trying. You can make good money doing this. I've showed you guys. I'm honest about my numbers. I'm honest about my strategies that I use. There's hundreds of strategies in my head, Definitely good to be open-minded towards a gig like this. It's just, we just don't hear it enough, There's not enough channels out there that are really motivating people. 5 years ago, I was sleeping on park benches. My Corolla's a $20,000 car. Don't tell me that something can't be done in life. Don't tell me that it's impossible to obtain or maintain anything you want in this world. You can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. It's just the things that you want the most that have the hardest path to get to. That's the truth, You can do it. It's just that, like I said, we don't hear it enough. Yeah, okay, Pete. It was kind of self-inflicted. I guess I didn't plan with this live stream to get into this whole thing today, but it is kind of an uplifting kind of story. It was kind of self-inflicted. 2013 was one of the absolute hardest years of my life. No, it's cool. No, it's cool. It can be inspirational these days. So if people hear it, and it helps them along their path, I'm happy. I'm pretty open about it. So it was self-inflicted. 2013 was one of the absolute most difficult, years of my life, dealing with depression issues and even thoughts of suicide. And I just remember January 1st, 2014, I realized that I was at such a low point that I could not go any lower. And when you're at your lowest point and you're still alive to continue on. You know, so I reached my lowest point, and I just remember I was outside on a porch. Everyone was partying inside, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I just remember the snow was just falling, and it was just so quiet. And like I thought about, I was like, I'm gonna turn this around. It's my turn. I'm gonna turn this around. You know, there's only so much like hoping and praying that you can do, but you got to be able to help yourself too. You know, like you got to be able to get out. It's just with the wrong guidance, the wrong people. I was in a bad living situation. I knew that my life needed a drastic change, and you know, one of my friends kept begging me to come to New Orleans. He said, please, like, you know, please come to New Orleans, please. I can never afford it. I was working the same job for 8 years, revolving door. I hated it. And so finally he says, fine, I'll buy your ticket to New Orleans. Please just come to New Orleans. You'll love it. It's as real as it gets, this and that. You do well out there. And so I said, fine, I'll do it. So I came here with like $500, planning on being on vacation. And he showed me all the best of the best in this city. I mean, we're staying on Frenchman Street. We were, you know, I had never felt, to me, before that, happiness was always a yes or a no. But coming to New Orleans in those 5 days, I had never felt that deep of a level of happiness ever in my life before. I'd never felt that deep of a level of happiness. So we checked out of our hotel day 5 at 11 o'clock. At 7 o'clock p.m., that our flight wasn't until 7 o'clock p.m. Well, sometime in that time, I decided I wasn't getting on the plane ride back. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I really don't want to come back. She's like, well, I know you're not happy here. If you really think you can make it work out there. And I was like, yeah, I can make it work. And then I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I don't want to come back. And he's like, you don't have a job lined up? Where are you going to stay? So I got the best of both worlds on that one, but I said I was going to make it work, and I put in, I had a place to stay for the first 10 days on a couch. And then after that, I went to shelters. And in those 10 days, I put in 15 applications and interviews in 1 week. Within a month, I was working 2 jobs, 90 hours a week, sometimes so tired I slept on park benches. And it took about 3 months of working 90 hours a week before I finally found a place to lay my head, and I was just like, I did it. And I like fell asleep for like 2 days. So yeah, and that New Orleans, I've never been happier. I love this city. It's so liberating to your mind to live in a city this unique. You know, it's just, you're free to be whoever you want to be. Even if you're weird, it's encouraged. You're gonna fit in someplace in this city. So it's very liberating your mind to not care what people think about you or when people judge you and stuff like that. So that's oh yeah, I just had gumbo, dude. I'm loading up on it because I'm moving back. I'll be moving back to Chicago soon. New Orleans will always be here, and it's always going to have a place in my heart, you know? Yeah, it is very diverse. It's not like Chicago, though. Chicago is it's segregated, but it's segregated in a different way. Like, if you're immigrating to America, you know, it's segregated, but there's a place for the Polish, a place for the Chinese, a place for the Italians, a place for, but if you're immigrating to America and you need to read food labels, yes, I will be going back. My last living grandparent is 92 now. I do want to spend some time with the family, so I will be, I'll be heading back. I'm here for Mardi Gras. Family heritage. I am. You mean like nationality, ethnicity? Pretty sure it's just me. I'm Russian, Italian, there's some Polish, Irish, and Cherokee. Yeah. And then my dad's, it's actually, I've like I'm I said this, I told this girl one time my background. She's like, oh, so you're confused. No, so I'm Russian, Italian, Polish, Irish, Cherokee is like my nationality, and then my dad's side of the family is Jewish, and my mom's side of the family is Christian. Yeah, Michelle, New Orleans will always be here, and it's not the end of my run. I love New Orleans. I found a new sense of meaning to life here, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss it. I'm definitely gonna miss it. But Chicago's a great city too. It's just super different. They're both great cities. They're just super different from each other. And now that I'm not in that living situation or anywhere near it anymore, when I go back, it's only up from here. That is my rule in my life. It's only up from here. I've already experienced the lowest day in my life. I'm not trying to go back there. I'll be back. Another note, do you think you'll ever squash the situation with Kevin, or is it whatever at this point? I had a feeling that someone would bring this up. I'm still really disappointed. I'm still really disappointed. I've been kind of disappointed with Kevin for a minute. He, he's constantly deleting things and, then posting and saying something different. And, he's very like cold to his audience. I think because he's got 10,000 subs now that, he tends to think that maybe he's better because he's done collabs with like Uberman, and, it's like we're all out here to learn. Like, it's okay to have another like point of view, but like don't tell people to scam people, and don't judge us for driving, because there are good people doing this. And I think that's where I got like the most offended. Like, dude, you're judging us for driving, like, but I don't know. But yeah, I knew somebody was gonna bring that up. I don't know. I'm still pretty like upset about, saying you're gonna scam your passengers and stuff. I don't know. Right now, the situation, it's let the fire dwindle down, I guess. Yo, Warren B. Hey, hey, welcome, dude. So I don't know if you saw. So you saw that you won the second place. My tips plus the $25 came out to $252.50. So $252.50 goes to a charity of your choice. As soon as I send it, I'll probably post it to the page's Instagram. But yes, please let me know, because that's in your name. Thank you very much for participating. Yeah, Pete, I just, I kind of reached a point where I can't let it fill my head anymore. It's like I'm trying my best. My channel's small. My channel's very, very small. It's growing, and I'm enjoying the interaction, and I think I got my channel to a point where like it can consistently grow on its own as long as I keep providing good content. But I think I just get so fed up with people hating on Uber drivers and people that are honestly, genuinely, really trying to make a living doing this, So, yeah, I guess the fire's we'll just let it die down a bit, and, maybe in the end maybe we'll, I don't know. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. That's just not what it's just not in my core values to constantly cut other people down and just, make them feel like they're less than from what I just told you guys in like my short life story, like, come on, the only way to go once the worst day in your life is over is up. Like, there's no place, when there's no place else to go, all you can go is up, you know? We just don't hear it enough, you know? Just don't get enough motivation out there. Gordon, good question. Okay, so depends on the day of the week, and it depends on the time of day, all right? During rush hour, I'll give you an example. During rush hour, if I go by, say I go by Magazine, which is a fairly busy street for those of you that don't live in New Orleans, so it gets a lot of traffic over there. What I'll do is, because so many drivers are driving down that way, yo AZ, since so many drivers are driving down that street, but there's that strip of bars and restaurants and shops, I will park. The app will give me a ride usually within 10 to 15 minutes. Now, if it's slow, I might try to get back to a hot spot, someplace where people congregate, or I'll try. Sometimes I'll drive and sometimes I won't. If I find myself at residential at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's probably not worth it to stay there, you know? But if I find myself close enough to certain bars, I'll get back to those areas and I'll just plant there. Whatever one's closest. If I'm not getting a ride within 15, 20 minutes, if I can do something else in the meantime, then I will, I'll just pivot, relocate. I hope that answered your question, Gordon. Okay. Yeah, Pete, about you know, getting along. I try to make sure that any new driver I talk to, and I always tell them, I say, you know, your energy, as much as a chameleon as you try to be and get along with everybody, your energy does not naturally mesh well with everybody. It's a truth, you know. Not all of us Uber tubers, you know, Uber tubers, I guess is the street term. These rideshare drivers on YouTube, not all of us are going to see eye to eye all the time, you know. And you know, we're all so different. I understand your concern, you know, I do. I get it. A lot of people want to see all of us just get along, and they don't want to see us creating any more tension in the world than there already is. The best thing I could do is I unsubscribed to his channel. All right. I'm not trying to cause any great movement here with this. Okay. I just need a very, very long break from it. I can't listen to it or let it fill my mind anymore. I just, you know, things happen. People need a backup. We're lucky we're able to use Uber and make some money. Yeah, Michelle, it's a great gig to have. Even if it's in your back pocket one day out of the year. Like, if that's what you want to do, you can use, even if you don't, like, you're not a full-time driver, but you have destination filters. Like, if you're going 17 miles away, you want to get paid for where you're going, you give yourself a little extra time to get there. I think I had one video where I made $95 in 3 days or 4 days. 3 days of going back and forth in Chicago to where I needed to go anyway. It was where I needed to go, but it was like a 60-mile trip. Maybe not. No, it wasn't 60. It was maybe like a 40-mile trip. But I made $95 in 3 days just from using my destination filters. You know, it's not a bad gig to have in your back pocket. You know. Pete AZ says all is well. I hope all is well. All right, hey, cool, Pete. Definitely, thanks, man. Everyone, everyone, give a 111 to say goodbye to Pete. 222 if you haven't said goodbye to Pete yet. That one's in your favor, bro. Oh man, I love it. Thanks for bringing the good energy, dude. Um, um, you did nothing wrong. Light should always shine on the truth. Yeah, that's I was surprised, Gordon, by the amount of support that I got for doing that. Can I type in here? Let's see. I don't know how. I don't want to lose the live stream. I already spent like 3 times trying to get this live stream together. 3, 4 times. Now that I got it, it's like I don't want to mess it up again. At least without saying goodbye. We'll go for about let's see, what are we at? Damn, hour 15. All right, we'll go for about 10, 15 more minutes, and then I guess we'll call it from here. Warren said, "Yeah, Gordon, you know, I can't, you know, you got to surround yourself with what you want around you, you know, and I've always been a firm believer of creating a strong social circle around you. So, definitely try, or, you know, it's kind of like a radio station. I'm just not going to tune into it anymore. You know, I'm strong on my path. I'm doing well. A lot of you guys are doing well. I'm hearing good things from you guys about making more money and stuff. So that's the path that I want to keep on with. You know, I want us all to be successful out there. All right, Warren B, this is important. All right, my mom is a breast cancer survivor, so just send it to a breast cancer charity. Honestly, I don't know much about charities, so you pick. Okay. Thank you so very much. Definitely. Okay. All right. So we'll do a breast cancer then. We'll do for but do you want it towards research, or do you want it towards maybe like families or hospital bills? Either one. If you don't have a preference. I kind of would like to do for research, but if you want to do it for the families, totally cool. Either one. You know, you got the second place. You got the my tips are going to a charity of your choice. So you let me know. There's a whole bunch of goodbyes to Gordon. Can't believe Gio isn't here, LOL. Probably driving. No, he's he does jujitsu in the evenings, and then I think he drives mornings, so he probably passes out after that. Either that or, yo, fat man, what's happening, bro? I finally got it to work. It took me like 4 attempts. I didn't know you needed such a powerful connection for like a live stream. So I finally got it on like the 4th attempt. All right, so personalized steel tumblers specializing in New Orleans, Saints and Mardi Gras. Do you think it's okay for my husband to sell them for me while Ubering? I don't see why not, Michelle. I don't see why not. I mean, this is your business. It's your car, you know. I don't see why not. It's your car. It's your business. What, can Uber really get mad at you for selling your own personal products? No. Oh, and in fact, I'm so mad at myself I didn't announce this earlier. So I had a rider that he was the owner of a business on Bourbon Street, and I'm going to meet up with him about because we can now advertise. 2019, we can now advertise on our cars. So I told him, good night, share. 111, good night, share. Everyone type 111 for good night, share. Yes, also 2019, we're allowed to advertise on our cars, much like taxis do. If you can get yourself an extra $500 a month doing that, I don't see why not. So what I did, but I'm leaving. I didn't mention this, but I have a meeting with a business owner on Bourbon Street that if we get Bourbon Street pickups, we can have like a contract for bringing people to this place. So I asked him how many drivers he wanted. You know, I can get some, if he wants 5 to 20 drivers, and then, you know, we'll have like little cards and stuff we can take to get maybe like, I don't know, 15, 20% off a daiquiri. And then we'll be getting paid like somewhere around $500-600 a month, and maybe like I guess, I don't know. I didn't think about a referral system, but I don't know, maybe like 400, and then if you refer somebody, an extra 500. But there's kind of an advertising business to maybe getting another 500 a month just for advertising businesses now. You know, like if you just see someone's going to Bourbon Street, or someone's, you know, you're taking somebody to, you know, someone wants to go downtown just to go see the river, and, you know, you know, the idea is in the process, but, you know, if you could be making an extra 500 a month, just advertising on your car, why not? You know, that's a nice chunk of change too. All right. Good night, Share. As much as you move around, always reboot your phone before going live. Oh yeah, right on. I wound up, so I had to clean up all my device maintenance, and I had to make sure nothing was running in the background. And then I found one of my boys works at Voodoo Barbecue, and I passed him by. He was out here smoking his vape thing. I was like, "Yo, Rome, his birthday was the other day." I caught up with him. I was like, "Yo, you know, you think I can use your Wi-Fi?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, go ahead." So I found a strong enough stream to actually do it. Yes, Michelle, I don't see a problem with that. Go for it. I say do it. Any way you can make money doing this. But just be careful about the cash, though. Just be careful. I would be quiet about that. Or keep it on the DL at least. But it's against policy to sell or solicit Uber or Lyft passengers. Oh man, I wanted to solicit all my passengers. No, I'm fucking with you. I know what you mean. I mean, but what about cargo? Why is it okay for cargo? Because they have some sort of contract with Uber and Lyft? I mean, dude, I say if you're not hurting anybody, you know, like it's like a rider's really gonna report you. Oh my god, they tried to sell me a tumbler, you know, like I mean, I don't know. I guess I can see where it's like against the terms of service, but I don't know. I mean, cargo works. It's you know, it's Mardi Gras. People want that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, I think it is a good idea. Because Uber is... Yeah, because Uber's getting a cut from cargo. Yeah, well, I guess if you just keep it on the... Not that you're hiding it from Uber and Lyft, but that's kind of a big thing out here, is to keep, you know, a lot of people shop local and they want like the local handmade things, and it's just kind of a big thing out here. I don't think Uber can take that out of the culture of New Orleans. You can put in your terms of service, but I just don't think, I can't see them taking that out of the culture here. Me personally, I've never done it, but I don't know. Have I? I don't think so. I don't think so. I never have, but do I see a problem with it? You're not hurting anyone. You want to make a couple extra bucks. I mean, you worked on them. They're handmade, you know. Or if you got them, you know. Oh, they're souvenirs. Okay. I knew a driver that got deactivated for soliciting his real estate services to riders. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's hurting anyone. That driver may have been overly aggressive in maybe trying to, but you know the driver. This isn't a story that got deactivated for soliciting. I don't know. Maybe pending investigation, but I can't imagine. Maybe suspended, permanently deactivated for that. That's a little harsh. That is I don't know, but I'll leave it up to you, okay? Because, you know, if you guys are gonna do it, I personally have never done it. All right. I guess I'll kind of leave it at that. I've personally never done it, but if you're gonna do it, don't be overly aggressive. Don't, if someone lowballs you and you say no, you're a piece of shit. No, don't do any of that. I mean, that I can see getting you in trouble. I would just say just be careful and maybe feel out your passengers before selling them. Maybe feel them out. If people are giving you a hard time, they're looking for any reason to complain, then I wouldn't even go there. But if people are cool and it's the spirit down here, if I don't know, I'll leave it up to you. I personally have never done it. Yeah, you just use your gut, Michelle. Whatever. It's situational. A lot of things in this job are situational. Someone actually has someone. Hold on. Someone was actually that butt hurt for him selling her about it. Yeah, it's just no. I would just say it's situational. Feel out your riders. If it crosses your mind and you remember and you just want to mention like, hey, we got, but I wouldn't be like, yo, how much money you got? I wouldn't try to like be hustling like, yo, let's check it out. Look what I got these things and oh, check it out, it does this and oh yeah, so for $5, they're like those like hustler guys, especially on Bourbon Street. Oh my God, man. Oh jeez. All right, funny story, and then I'll let you guys go. So I was playing pool one time, and I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I was sitting there and chatting with a friend of mine, and this is on St. Charles, so there's always people coming by you trying to sell you shit, always trying to sell you shit. And this guy comes by, total bum, came by with a pink bicycle, okay? Obviously stolen, like, he was looking for some crack money, okay? He was looking for. So he comes by us and he's like, oh yeah, I got this bike. I'm like, oh yeah, it seems to work real good. I'm like, I don't really have any need for it. And he's like, yeah, $20. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking like 10. And he's like, no, man, come on. I need at least like 15. And I was like, nah, I don't really have any need for it. I was like, I'll give you $10. And like, this bike is obviously stolen. I don't want it. But he's like, it was a fairly nice bike. It was one of those like cruiser ones, and those aren't the cheapest out here. So he comes by. So he's like, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Only 10. So he goes down the street trying to sell this bike. Well, he comes back about 20 minutes later, and I'm still sitting there chatting with a friend. And then he's like, all right, I'll do it for $10. And I was like, nah, I'm thinking like 5. I'm so bad at I'm bad with these bums, man. They ask me if I got shit, and I'm like, is it tax deductible? And it's when I'm in position to help, I'll help. But every 20 minutes I'm asked, I cannot do it. It's just every stoplight I pull up to. But sometimes people leave food in here, I'll give it to them. But so I'm not heartless, okay? When I'm in position to help, I'll help. All right. So we got a couple. Cause commotion, good advice, deactivate so I stopped. Anyway, put them into display with a price tag. Yeah, it's a good idea. Just maybe mention the idea. There you go. Yeah. All right, cool. We reached an understanding. I think so it started off slow, but I think we covered quite a bit here, guys. Yeah, I think we covered. This is like my first like real, truly successful live stream. I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I'm glad I finally got it to work because I wanted to get to know you guys better. Like, so now I know what to do for next time. Now I know why it was cutting out Even the last time I tried to do it about a month ago, it kept cutting out on me, but at least I know what to do at this point forward. I operate and own 59 vehicles that I lease out to Uber and Lyft drivers, 8 of those in New Orleans. Screenshots were sent to Uber and Lyft management this morning. I do not tolerate BS. I didn't lie. I didn't lie. Okay? You do not drive in New Orleans. You do not drive in New Orleans. What's your company called? What's your company's name? Can you tell me? I'm waiting. Are you going to be a coward? Hello? What is your company's name? Ugh. God, what a pansy. Seriously? Hello? Are you gonna talk, dude? Okay. Wait, you were listening this entire time. Yeah, now you see I'm trying to help drivers out here. You're not helping, all right? So there is this fake driver, unless he can prove that he operates in New Orleans. Please prove it to me, Mr. Professor, before I take you back to school. So there is this professor that he basically makes videos about other cities, and then he tries to collect referral bonuses. And this is all he does with his life. Claiming that drivers that drive full-time don't have a life. Yes, I do. And I'm very happy in my life. Thank you. And then going to different markets that you're all in. And this guy is in LA, all right, thinking that he can come here, lie to people, telling people you're going to collect the highest referral bonus, which is $15. It's a lie. The highest referral bonus. Right. Stop lying to people. This is my market. This is my home market. You're a liar. Unless you can tell me what this business is. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Stay the fuck out of New Orleans. You don't operate a business here. God, sorry you guys had to see that. It just makes me mad when people lie and give bad information, as you saw what happened with the last one. Yeah. He waited till the last fucking second, but you know what? That was beautiful. I'm glad you guys saw that. Oh, screenshots have been reported. Dude, the most I called you was fucking fake. And I didn't lie. You don't drive in New Orleans. You don't. Stop lying to people. call your ass right back out. Anyway, look, guys, I don't want to give that any more energy. That's just, you know, I took screenshots of it too, because I knew that you were going to delete them. I know, or you're not going to delete, well, you have in your comment sections all filtered out, so everyone's like, oh my God, I love you, and then they never see the hate of how you scam people. Like, dude, not having it. I will say what's on my mind. If I'm being honest and you're being dishonest, that pisses me off. Exactly, fat man. Exactly. And I don't know. He seems to think that he can just sue people for saying his name. And it's like, I didn't just have to say your name. You just showed up. You just showed up, right? He's always thinking that, like, he can fucking, you know, he thinks he's all high and mighty. See, he's one of those people, he likes the niceties in life, right? He likes everything nice, and he likes all the valuable things, but then he runs out of money, and he needs to scam more people and lie to them and tell them he's going to give them the maximum amount of help, right? No, look at my channel. My channel is trying to help people. He's trying to take your money for nothing. And that's not slander. That's truth. Unless you can prove to me that you drove or operate here in New Orleans, which he can't. So, wow, this got juicy, huh? Wow, what a great live stream, y'all. Oh my goodness. He ran out like a bat out of hell. LA is nasty. I agree. LA's not he is. He is. He's a terrible human being. I would not. See, the thing is, all right, look. A scam artist will only be mad if you call a scam artist, they'll get mad. If you call me a scam artist, I'm not going to get mad because I know it's not true. Like, you can be like, Bam, you're a fuck up. You could say it as much as you mean it. It doesn't make it true. I don't feel like a fuck up. I've got a car, got a loving dog, got a roof over my head, got clothes, got 3-4 meals a day if I wanted to. I got money in the bank. I don't feel like a fuck up. But you're still free to say it as much as you mean it. Now, if I call you a scam artist, you're only going to get mad if you're an actual scam artist. You know? So, unless you're a sociopath, then you just laugh at it. Alright, I gotta be nice, guys. I gotta be nice. Yeah, it just changed the temperature in the room, but listen, you guys, I'm not trying to start a fucking revolt. Alright? I'm not trying to fucking, my issues are my issues with people, okay? I'm not trying to be like, you know, an evil person and be like, no, let's start a fucking revolt, you know, like, that's not me. And I'm way too busy to be like fucking sitting around making 30, 40 videos a day and posting them in other countries. I'm way too busy for that shit. You know, you say, I don't have a life for driving. That's your life? All right, guys, let's go ahead and end this. This got juicy towards the end. I will be posting this. This is not coming down. The fact that he's a coward, fucking left. Yes, thank you guys very much for joining. I definitely appreciate you, and let's keep up the hard work. Let's keep making this money. Drive smart. We're all in it to learn together. Any questions you guys have, I'm happy to be there for you. So yeah, real G, hell yeah. Thanks, Smoke Shop. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.